Welcome to Money Answers TV. I'm your host, Jordan Goodman of MoneyAnswers.com. Today we're going to find out more about whether it might be wise for you to get a long-term care insurance policy, and if so, how to get the best policy for your needs and budget. My guest is Bruce Cassens, long-term care insurance advisor with Longevity Alliance. Bruce, welcome to Money Answers TV.
Thanks, Jordan. It's nice being with you today.
Let's start with a definition of what long-term health care refers to.
Long-term care is the need for help with daily activities, and it's a broad range from supportive of medical, personal, and social services. Depending on the level of care you need, you could be in a nursing home, assisted living facility, adult daycare, or in your own home health care.
So please explain what usually happens when people need to pay for long-term health care. Many people think that Medicare, health insurance policies, or maybe Medicaid will pay for it. Is that usually the case?
Well, obviously several things have to happen when long-term care is needed. One is if you have a traditional long-term care policy, you can transfer the cost and the risk to the insurance company. Second, you could use your own assets and savings to pay for the coverage. However, that can be quite expensive. Or spend down your money and your assets and have the government pay for it, which would be Medicaid, or do nothing and hope for the best. Also, Medicare and health insurance policies do not cover the cost of long-term care needs.
What services does a good long-term care policy pay for?
Well, a long-term care policy is multifold. It can help you with service in a nursing home or assisted living in a group home, adult daycare, and help in your own home.
When is someone eligible to start receiving payments from their policy once they need long-term care?
To start the process, you'd have to file a claim with the insurance company. Also, that would be accompanied with a letter from your doctor stating that you do in fact need some help with your daily activities and maybe can't be by yourself or live at home anymore. Most long-term care policies have a 90-day elimination period, and that's when the coverage would start.
What are some of the choices people need to make in picking a long-term care policy that gives them the coverage they need for a premium they can afford?
You can design a policy to fit your needs. There are 4 moving parts to a long-term care policy. The first one being the elimination or waiting period, which can be 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. The most common is 90 days because it's the most economical and most affordable. Also, then you would pick the daily benefit amount, which could be anywhere from, depending on where you live, $200 a day for the cost of a nursing home up to as much as $500. So you'd want to design a plan and look at the costs in your area or maybe where you would retire to figure that out. Also, you can get an inflation rider, which as the years go on, the daily benefit amount would increase with the inflation rider because costs are always going up. Also, how long of a plan you want, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. Statistics say that the average long-term care stay is 2.5 years, and so we suggest a 3-year plan. Plus, if you apply with your spouse, you can get a nice spousal discount.
What age would you normally recommend people start shopping for a long-term care policy?
Well, you can apply and obtain a policy anywhere from age 18 to 80, but we find that most people get serious about shopping in their 40s and 50s because the younger you are, the less it costs for a policy.
If people start suffering from major health conditions, is it still possible to sign up for a policy?
Sure, but there is an underwriting process and you have to complete an application which asks numerous medical questions. Also, a nurse would come out and check your height, weight, blood pressure, and also ask you some questions to test for memory loss. And then also they'll order medical records from your doctor. An underwriter will look at all this and determine if they want to take on the risk of offering you a long-term care policy. If you do have some medical history, maybe they'll charge you more, or you could even be declined if you do have serious situations.
How does having a long-term care policy help people preserve their assets as they get older?
Well, when you have a long-term care policy, that transfers the risk and the cost to the insurance company. Because if you don't have a long-term care policy and you need to go into a nursing home, the first thing they're going to go after are your assets and savings and investments. So this would protect what you've worked so hard to accomplish.
Why would it be better to select a policy through Longevity Alliance instead of others who sell long-term care policies, or just buying one online without talking to an expert in the field?
Well, it's easy. We can take your information and what's important to you and design a policy to fit your needs. We are an insurance broker, so we have a number of leading companies we can match your information up with and find the best value. And also help you apply and go through the underwriting process and obtain your policy.
If someone wants to find out more about whether a long-term care policy would make sense for them, how can they contact you?
They can reach us at www.searchltc.com or our toll-free number 800-325-6669. And also you can call and get our free brochure on a consumer's guide to long-term care insurance. And it's very valuable if you're just starting out to do your research.
Thanks very much, Bruce.
Thanks, Jordan. It's nice being with you today.
So if you're worried about being able to cover the cost of long-term health care, it might be worth contacting Longevity Alliance to see if a long-term care insurance policy would be appropriate for you. For Money Answers TV, I'm Jordan Goodman.